Hey guys, it's Manager Kylie, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to score a deciding set. So this is how to do the 5th set scoring sheet. It's slightly different than the traditional scoring sheet that you use for sets 1 through 4. This is specifically for a deciding set, which is typically your 5th set in a game of volleyball. There's a little bit more to this, and the set is usually much shorter, as it does only go to 15 points instead of 25. So there's some different ways to track this as there is to the traditional non-deciding set sheet. If you guys are interested in learning more about sports administration, coaching tips, and drills to use with your team, definitely hit the subscribe button, turn the bell so you get notified every time I upload, as opposed to every single Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Now let's get started on scoring a deciding set.
So here's our deciding set sheet. I'm going to start with filling out the top and the bottom, and then we'll go into the actual game. So starting, the tourney is green versus red, and the place is at green. The division they play is 2, and this is the 5th set. For our high school we play 5 sets, and the 5th set is the deciding set. And then a few things you're gonna have to put on this top section for the date. You have 7/20, I just made up the date. That happens to be a Monday. Time, you would have an official time, so we're saying this one started at 10 p.m. and this set is scheduled to start. The set is starting, I already know this because I already watched it, but the set is going to start at 11:22 a.m. and then we have to print and sign our name as the scorer. So I'm just going to put my first name, and the refs, we're just going to call them Joe and Mark, but you would have like real names for the rest. And then this is the 5th set, so you're going to circle that on the bottom. Then you're all set. We don't play with line judges until tournament time, so currently we don't have line judges in this set. And now it's time to fill out the rosters. So given your roster sheet, obviously you'd have 2 of these. So team A in this case is going to be the green team, and team B is going to be the red team. That's very important as they do switch sides in the middle. So you see team A is here and here. You don't want to touch anything on this side right now. All you're going to do is write green and red, and then you are going to write green over here just so you know that's the case when they switch sides. But you don't want to put any numbers or anything until they switch sides. I will pause the video when they do that so I can show you everything that you have to do when they switch sides, but usually in a game it's pretty quick. You have about a minute to do it all, and then they start the serve back up. So to start off, green does not have a libero. They start with number 14. They are serving. Then here's the roster sheet if you want to be able to see it. Then 5, captain. Then we have 29, 22, 27, and then 11. And then for the red team, they don't have a libero either. We have 27, 13, 2, 15, 3, and 12. I'll tell you, I did my best to figure out what these numbers were. It was kind of hard to read them on the court, but I did my best to figure out what they were. So we have our numbers written down so we can put our roster sheet to the side. And now it is time for us to start the game. Remember, you want to really, I'm going to leave it focused on pretty much this half for now, and then we're going to move it over and you're going to focus on this half, because this is really your court for right now. There is a few things you need to continue track in here and in here, but this is really your court for the first half, and then once we hit 8 points, this becomes your court. So now we are going to get ready and start the film. The whistle is now being blown and the ball is up to start this deciding set. So we're going to put the circle for number 14 and watch it play out, and we'll see what happens in this set. This, I will say, is about like a 17-minute set. We are going to watch the whole thing just so you can see what happens. So this first one, green wins the point, so you put a 1 there in the circle. You circle 1 here, and you also circle the 1 on this side, so you have both sides going. You want to keep the running score in both columns. This is just so you know when to switch sides. So she served the ball again, and the ball is played out and it reverses. So now it's going to the red team. We put our R, and then we're going to slash the 1. I'm going to go through some of this part quickly. If you haven't seen my original score on how to do the score sheet, check out that video. That definitely shows you some of the details on like the basics of how to do the score sheet. This is specifically, I'm going to point out the things that are special to a deciding set. So we have another serve, and red gains this point. So we got 2, and we'll circle that. So red has the serve again. I will tell you, this is a pretty fun one to watch. It goes back and forth a lot, so it's definitely got a lot to learn on the score sheet, which is good. So we have another serve, so we can put another circle, and we'll see what happens. Ball is played out. Definitely a good game, and with the hit, that was in, but they called it out. So we're gonna put a 3 for red. Sometimes that's frustrating, but it was very close to the line, so red's getting that point too. So now we have a 1 to 3. You want to make sure, so B only has a line right here. Serve is up again to keep score, but red you have to make, or sorry, A, so which is green, has to keep score in both spots. And they're playing the point out, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so it's another point to red, and now we are going to see this got another serve. There is a lot that goes on for learning in here, so it's definitely a good game to watch. Lots of different subs and everything for you to track. So another serve, and it's now out, and a timeout is being called by the green team. So what we're going to do is down here, mark on the bottom, you have 1 for the green team and 5 for the red team, and you also want to mark that on this side, so 1 for the green team and 5 for the red team, to know that they called one timeout even though it's marked in both spots. You want to make sure that you know that, so they have it marked in both spots. And now I'm going to skip ahead to the end of the timeout. Okay, so the teams are coming back onto the court, and it is time to continue the game. So red is still serving, number 27 is still serving, and the whistle has now been blown, and the ball is up. So we have another circle goes right here, and it is played out. So red has it again, and green is able to save it. Free ball over, red has it again, and reverse, so now it's green's point. So we're going to go over here, we're going to slash the 2, put a 2 next to 5, and we're also going to slash the 2 in the large column so that we have both tracked right there. The key right here, I'm actually going to pause it. So there's actually 2 subs that happen on the court. You can see one of them was just called in, that was the green, so we're going to start with that one. So that's just a regular S, and it was 6 for 27. So you're going to mark over here, you're going to mark, cross off 27 and put 6, 1 sub, and over here you're going to mark off 1 sub. And then we have a sub X, so sub for the other team, and this one is 7 for 27. So cross off 27 and put 7. And we're going to put 1 sub right there for the red team. And now we will continue the play. So now they're going to call in the red sub. And now it is 5's turn to serve. So she's now whistle's been blown, and the ball's up. So we can put a circle here and watch it be played out. And there is, let's see what happens. So red has the ball, and now green, and short one back over the net, so it's reversing back to red. So we're going to put a slash over the 6, and the 6 goes next to number 13. There is now also another sub, so I'm going to pause it again. This is sub 11 for 13, so 11 is now going to go and serve. This is also for the red team, so they get their second slash under there, and we'll continue on with the game. So 11 is now going back to serve instead of 13, so 13 came off the court. And the ball is up and played, and it is red's point again. So red's actually getting close to that 8-point mark, so you want to pay attention when a team gets close to the 8-point mark, because at 8 points is when everything switches sides. So once one team hits 8 points, that's when you switch sides. So now we are going to put another circle because the serve has been out and it's reversed. So now it is going to green. Number 29 is serving. You got the 3, and then you also cross off the 3 in this column. And she is now going back to serve the ball. And we'll see how many serves she can get in and which team ends up reaching 8 points first. So it looks like we are all set. Okay, he's putting up the arm for the whistle, and the whistle's been blown. And now we have the ball going up. And it was short, so green got the point. So we put our circle, and we put a 4, circle, and then we circle the 4. So green is going to be serving again. So she's getting the ball, and we have another serve coming, and the serve is up, so we can put our circle. It's going loopy over the net, and it is green's ball again, so we put a 5, circle the 5, and circle the 5, so it's getting closer in the game. And now we have another serve coming, so we can put another circle, and it is now, let's see whose point this is. I'm watching the game out. We have, okay, it's green's point, so now it becomes 6, circle the 6, and circle the 6. And let's see, it seems like we're going back for another serve. Oh, we got a timeout on the floor. So that is a red timeout. So she called it at 7-6. They're up 7-6. You only have to mark it in one spot because red's only listed in one spot. And now I'm going to fast forward through the timeout. Okay, so they're all back on the court. And the timeout has happened. They both had one timeout, and the whistle is blown. So now number 29 is going to serve the ball again. The serve is up, and we have a circle there, and the ball is over. Oh, but it was a double, so we got 7 for the green team, and number 29 is going to serve the ball another time. So now that it's 7-7, we know the switch is going to happen after this point. That's just something we automatically know because the switch automatically happens at 8 points. So the serve is up again, so we can put the circle and we can get ready to know whenever this point's over is when we're going to have to switch everything. So they got the point, so green got the point, it's 8. We're going to circle that. So key here is while they're rotating, I'm going to show you, you're going to move over the lineup. So they don't have a libero. 14 is still on the court, 5 is still on the court, 29, 22. The key here is 6 is now on the court for 27, so all you're going to do is put 6, and then you're going to put 11, and that's all you have to do. Move that over. Everything else should be all set, and then we'll get ready to restart the game. The ref's just checking with the table to make sure that they were able to do all that. So all you do is take whoever's on the court and put them in the lineup. If the libero's on the court, you put the number that the libero's in for, not the libero number. And now the serve is up. So again, 29 is still serving. So right here is where we're going to be putting our circle. When the ball is up, put our circle right there. And this is for the 9th point if green wins it, or the 8th point if the other team wins it, but you put the circle to know that she's still continuing and serving. And with the hit, it is, oh, they were able to save it, but it's now green's point again, so you put a 9 here, and now all you're doing is focusing on this half. So this side's all done. You don't even have to worry about the side for now. This is all you're focusing on. It's like your regular score sheet. You're just focusing on this half of the game. I do want to show you a few more things in the game, so we are going to watch the whole set, but this is just like doing a regular score sheet, just focusing on this part. So 9 served again, or sorry, 29 served again, and the point ends up going, it's playing ping pong a little bit, hitting it back and forth, and we'll see where the point ends up. And she saved the ball, and with a free ball over the net, much longer points. I did notice the game had a lot longer points, which is good to fun volleyball to watch. So it's definitely interesting, and it is still going on. Definitely a long point to figure out who gets this one. And, oh, green's gonna get it because there was probably a double or a net violation. So we have 10 for green, and now 29 is going to serve again. This is the interesting thing because you can start serving on one side and then now you're serving on the other side of the court, but it's still just serving on the court. Sorry for the shaky film. Now 29 is serving again, and we'll see what happens. We got an outside hit. Oh, okay, so double, so we're reversing to the other side. 8 now goes next to number 2 on the red team, and number 2 is now going to serve. So now that they're ready and the whistle's been blown, we can put our circle. And the play is being played out, and it's short, so we can reverse it back to the green team. Now we have 11 points going for 22, is now serving for the green team. And now that the whistle's been blown, we can put our circle. And the serve, nice hard serve to the corner. And the play is being played out. It's out, so we can get a 12 for the green team. And it's still green serve. And we'll see what happens. Oh, there's a timeout. So what we can do right here is red has called their second timeout. It is now 8-12. So we can mark that right there. And now we can fast forward through this timeout. Okay, so everybody is back on the court. And 22 has the ball again to serve. She has called her second timeout because you can only get 2 timeouts. So the only team that could possibly call another timeout is the green team. And the serve is up again. And it is being played out. And we'll see what happens with the free ball. It's able to stay in. And too close to the net. Oh, okay, so 14 ends up sliding under the net, even though it was a good save. She ends up sliding under the net, so it goes to the red team, so we can reverse it. Put a 9, and next to 15, put a 9. There is a sub that happens on the red team, so we can put an S. And then it is 27 for 7, because they're going back into the front row, so we can mark that off. That's their third sub. And we are all set to have the serve. And the ball is played out. And it's out, so they get another point. Sorry, I'm writing these circles a little small, but they get their 10th point. So now it is 10-12, and red is serving the ball again. So once the serve is up, we will put our circle and have that. I drew this one a little bigger. And with the dump, and we'll see what happens. Green is able to save it. And we have, let's see, and green's point. So we're reversing back to green. 13 is going to number 6, but she is being subbed off. So we have a sub, 27 for 6. 27, and we put a 2 there, and 27 will now be serving the ball. So we'll put a circle right here for the serve, and the play is being played out and over. So we have a reverse back to red. So we put an 11 next to 3. They have another sub on the court. They have, oh, actually I forgot to put 11 earlier. They have 13 going back on for 11, so we can cross off that and put 13. And now the serve is being put up. And let's see what happens here. And let's see, red's playing out the point. Dump on 2. And okay, so red wins the point. We go to 12. And it's only a few more points because we can only go to 15 is the score. You can see how much shorter the score sheet is than the other one. You only go to 15, so we are at 12, and we put another circle for another serve. And it's a short serve, so we reverse it to the green team. 14 points to the green team, and that is set point. So you do want to let the ref know when it's set point or this is actually match point, just so that they are aware that it's last point of the game and one team could possibly win if they win that point. And they'll do like a little pointy thing to signal to each other that it's possible chance for a team to win. And with the set and a spike down the middle, and green team has won, so I'm going to pause it right here. They're very excited about that win. And we put a circle here, so we have the game sheet filled out. Now we're going to fill out the bottom. So we have 15 points here and 12 points there. Green is our winning team, and red lost. And now a few things that I want to point out. We didn't have any sanctions in this game, but I would say if it was like a yellow card or something, you would just put like exit off there, say team A got it, and then pick a time in it. So we'll say maybe at the timeout. So they were 12-8 because they were winning, and this was set number 5. You just want to keep track of these if there's any issues in the game. There wasn't any in this game, but you want to make sure you keep track of those if you have any issues, and the rest will help you with that. Now that the set is finished, we can put a finishing time. So it's 11:39. Those are just random times that I picked, but you'd have official times when you were doing this. So now your sheet is all set and your full game score sheet has been filled out, and you have, because this is a deciding set, you have a winner and a loser, and the set is over and it's now time to clean up. So I hope you guys enjoyed learning how to score a deciding set. It's definitely very important to make sure that you pay attention in the set, as there's a lot going on, and there's obviously the switch in the middle of the game, so you have to switch a bunch of stuff on your score sheet with not a lot of time to be able to do that. It is ever so important to pay attention during the set. But I hope you guys found this video helpful. Definitely hit the subscribe button, like this video if you did. Leave in the comments down below if you have any questions or if there's any other score sheets or anything volleyball related you want to see. But I hope you guys enjoyed learning how to do this score sheet, and I'll see you guys later.